So, good morning and welcome once again for the remaining part of the lesson. That is how one can find out the Kc and Kp for the reaction if it is little complicated or if it is having coefficient or balanced equation. Let us consider the equation, such type of equation. Suppose you have this equation AE at the aqueous state reacts with BB which is in the aqueous state, and it gives you Cc once again in the aqueous and Dd in the aqueous state. So suppose this is the equation, right? How will you find out? How will you find out? Just we need to consider this equation, and for this equation we will be finding out the Kc as well as Kp. So let us see for this balanced equation. For this balanced equation, how one can write the Kc and how one can write the Kp, or how one can derive the Kc and Kp for this balanced equation. Okay, yesterday we have seen that if you apply the law of mass action to this equation, the above equation, we will get rate of this reaction. Let us talk about the forward reaction. Rate of the forward reaction, you may term it as Rf, we consider yesterday, and if we'll try to obtain, it will be proportional, directly proportional to the concentration of A into concentration of B. Right. Now, what will be the difference? Difference is just this A must be raised to the A coefficient, its coefficient, and B must be raised to B to its coefficient. Right. Now, if I'll remove the proportionality sign, I need to take the constant, and that constant may be Kf. Right. Now, once again, A will be raised to A and concentration of B is raised to B. This will be your equation 1 for this balanced equation. Then now we'll go for the reverse reaction. This was for the forward reaction, right? For forward reaction, right? And now we'll go for reverse reaction. Now, how will be for the reverse reaction? Let us say for reverse reaction, if you apply the rate law to the reverse reaction, C and D are going to be reactant and A and B will be the product, right? So obviously rate of reverse reaction will be proportional to the concentration, that is concentration of C raised to C into concentration of D raised to D, right? Then now if you want to remove the proportionality sign, then you should take the constant, and that constant you can call as Kr, equilibrium, or you see rate constant for the reverse reaction. C raised to C and D raised to D will remain as it is. Now this will be your equation 2. This is equation 2. Now let us go for the comparing. Now if the equation is at the equilibrium, we know the given equation is at equilibrium, right? If it is at equilibrium, that means your Rf is equals to Rr, right? And now if you consider equation 1 and 2 and this particular equation, then you can see if the LHS of both the equation is equal, therefore RHS of these two equation will be equal, and hence you will get, what you will get is Rf into, sorry, it should be Kf into A raised to A into B raised to B will be equals to Kr C raised to C into D raised to D. This is how you'll get the equation on comparison. This is from equation 1 and 2. Remember, from 1 and 2. Okay. Now, similarly, like yesterday, we'll take the similar quantities on one side and let us see what will happen. So Kf upon Kr will be equals to, now this will go on that side. So C raised to C will remain as it is on that side. D raised to D upon, you'll get A raised to A into B raised to B. Okay, as I told you yesterday, constant upon constant will be the another constant. You can term it as Kc once again, equilibrium constant. This Kc will be equals to then C raised to C into D raised to D upon A raised to A into B raised to B. So for the complicated equation or the equation which is balanced equation with respect to the reactant and the product, you will get Kc in this way. Kc will be equals to C raised to C into D raised to D upon A raised to A into B raised to B. Okay, this is called as equilibrium constant. Now let us see how will be the Kp for the reaction if it is the same reaction if it is at the gaseous state then. If the reaction is, if it is at gaseous state, if the reaction is at the gaseous state, what will happen? Right. If the reaction is at gaseous state, what will be the Kc? The Kc will be, now your Kc will term as Kp, will be called as Kp, right? So let us see. If I'll say A is reacting with E which is at the gaseous state, AE reacting with, sorry, AE reacting with BB which is at the gaseous state and it gives you CC, right? Once again which is at the gaseous state and DD at the gaseous state. Now this Kc will be called as Kp, right? So Kp will be equals to, how will you get, pressure of C raised to C into pressure of D raised to D upon pressure of A raised to A into pressure of B raised to B. This is how you'll get the Kp. Okay, that's it. That will be your Kp. Now, if you are having doubt, any query, you can ask about this. So let us go for the relation between Kc and Kp. Right. Kc and Kp. Okay. So just we have seen for the given reaction, generally whenever there is a balanced equation like A plus BB gives CC plus DD, right? We can find out the Kc and we can find out even Kp as well, right? But how will you get the relation between this? Once again, I'll write the equation. Okay. Equation was, you know, AA aqueous, let us say aqueous plus BB aqueous gives at equilibrium CC aqueous, CC aqueous plus DD aqueous, right? This is the equation. This equation is in the aqueous state, We'll take initially in the aqueous state and then we'll go for the gaseous state as well. Okay. Rather, now only we'll go for this is the equation. Simply AA gaseous gives BB gaseous and CC gaseous plus DD gaseous. This is the equation. Now, if the equation will be at the gas aqueous state, then you know Kc for this equation will be just C raised to C upon D raised to D. Sorry, C raised to C into D raised to D upon A raised to A into B raised to B. This will be the Kc, right? If if the balanced equation is in the aqueous state, all the reactant and product are in the aqueous state, then the molar concentration can be obtained like this. Now we have taken that the equation, second situation, if you imagine if the equation will be in the gaseous state, then you know you get concentration of pressure of C raised to C into pressure of D raised to D upon what you'll get is pressure of A raised to A into pressure of B raised to D. Such type of equation will be obtained if the given reaction is at the gaseous state, is in the gaseous state, right? Now these are the two equations. We need to find out the relation between Kc and Kp. What will be the relation? You are knowing relation can be obtained with help of the ideal gas equation. PV is equals to nRT is the ideal gas equation. If you use the ideal gas equation, you'll get the relation between Kc and Kp. Now, I'll keep the P on one side and I'll put this V on this side. So what I'll get is P is equals to N upon VRT, right? N upon VRT. Now this N upon V is nothing but concentration. Number of moles divided by volume is nothing but the concentration. Therefore, I may see that pressure is equals to CRT. What is C? It is concentration. Okay. If pressure is equals to CRT, now whenever I will say pressure of reactant A, it becomes concentration of A into RT, right? Concentration of A into RT. When I say pressure of reactant B, then it terms concentration of BRT. Okay. Similarly, this PC pressure of C will be concentration of C into RT, and pressure of D will be equals to concentration of D into RT. Okay, concentration of D into RT. Now, just you can put this all values into the above equation. Okay, the equation which is given to you on the board, just you can see on the left side. If you put this value, whatever relation you will get will be the relation between Kc and Kp. Now, one may have doubt that where we should put the value, whether in Kc or Kp. So we must put the value into the into the Kp. So this value will substitute into the equation number 2. Let us see what will happen if we'll put the values into the equation number 2. So we have Kp, right, is equals to, we were having, I'll write once again the same equation I'll write. We're having Pc raised to C into Pd raised to D upon PA raised to A into PB raised to B. Right, this was the equation. Now let us substitute this value. Okay, this value is in this. Now what does PC? See, PC is CRT, right? So instead of PC, I'll put CRT. So it becomes I should use two square brackets now. Concentration of C R T will be the PC, and that C raised to C will remain as it is. Similarly, instead of okay, similarly what will get in case of PD? PD will be D, concentration of D R T, and that will be raised to small d again. Then let us put the value of PA. PA is ART, right? Concentration of ART, and that whole is raised to A, as the coefficient is A. Then in case of PB, the value is PB is having value this, right? B, concentration of B R T, and raised to small b. So this is how you can put the value. You can put the value of PA, which we obtain from the simple ideal gas equation, into the equation to PA PB, then PC PD. Likewise, you can put the values and you'll get this equation. Now, just take out the term which is common in all, that you can take outside the bracket, and what you'll get, you will see this is Kp will be equals to, now RT is common all over, right? So if I'll take RT common, I'll get C raised to C into D raised to D, and now RT will be common, RT raised to C plus D. Likewise, will get, and then upon, in this case as well, you can take A common, RT common. So A raised to A into B raised to B into RT will be common once again, and you can say A plus B will be the power. Okay, so this is how you get the simplification of the above equation. Now let us go for the further simplification. What will you get? A simple. Now you can see Kp is equals to. You'll get this. You can just split into two, and you'll get C raised to C into D raised to D upon A raised to A into B raised to B into this particular one. Now, once again, here RT is common, therefore, by the, sorry, just we'll separate in the beginning and then we'll try to take common, RT raised to C plus D, right, upon RT raised to A plus B. This is how you'll get the equation after separation. Now, this Kp will be equals to, now C raised to C into D raised to D upon A raised to A and B raised to B. You can see the value from the equation 1. That is nothing but Kc. Okay, this particular first ratio is nothing but Kc. Therefore, what you get is Kp is equals to Kc into, now RT upon RT. Just you can take the base is common in this ratio. Therefore, you can take it once and you'll get, RT raised to C plus D minus A plus B. Okay, this is how you can simplify the above equation. Now, further simplification will give you Kp is equals to Kc into RT raised to delta N. Now, what is this delta N? Delta N is change in the number of moles during the reaction. Okay, and you may say the total number of moles of the product minus total number of the moles of the reactant. That is nothing but the delta N. Okay, so C plus D minus A plus B is referred as delta N. Delta N is nothing but change in the number of moles of the substances or the reactant and product during the reaction. So the simple equation, the relation between Kc and Kp is nothing but this. Kp is equals to Kc into RT raised to delta n. In this case, as I told you, delta n is nothing but the change in the number of moles of during the reaction, whereas this Kc will be the equilibrium constant if the reaction is at the aqueous state, and Kp will be the equilibrium constant once again for the gaseous state. This T indicates the temperature. T is for temperature, and then R is gas constant. R is referred as gas constant, and you know the value of the R is 0.8206 in the liter atmosphere, right? In liter atmosphere, you can write the unit if you want. Unit will be liter atmosphere, Kelvin inverse, mole inverse, that we have studied in the lesson number 1. Okay, Kelvin inverse, mole inverse. So this is how you are going to get the relation between the Kc and Kp. So this is the value of R. R is equals to 0.08206 liter atmosphere, Kelvin inverse, mole inverse, and uh, this is how you can get the relation between Kp and Kc. This is how you get the relation between Kp and Kc. Thank you for watching. We'll meet once again in the another video with the remaining part of the lesson. Thank you. Thanks a lot.